Welcome to round one, where we will definitely choose to play first here. And no, we won't mulligan this. This is quite a good hand. I mean, it's a bit light on lands, but I can play this thing turn one, this thing turn two, and then if I don't draw anything, I can turn three, play a Tremendous Voice, discarding this guy, which should be, probably enough to keep us in contention here. Our opponent did mold down to six, kept his six, and then left a card on top. So let's start with this guy, one of my favorite tournament plays in this format or in any limited format ever. I guess along with the white guy, the Thraben investigator. Alright, land. That's good news. So we attack and play a 2-1. I gotta make sure not to overextend here, since he may have the -2/-2 to all my guys thing. Okay, so I guess I can discard the Ghosted anyway. See what I draw. Alright, this Collector is gonna be a nice card here, I think. So we play a Mountain, attack with both. Let's hope he actually sacrifices this thing before we attack, because this way we get to play the Tooth Collector. Maybe he's just gonna play another creature. Right. Okay, that's a nice one. I'm gonna try here, see if he falls for it. Alright, he didn't. So what I'm gonna do here is just play the Mad Prophet and just say go. And I hope he does crack his enchantment at end of turn, because if he doesn't, that probably means he has the -2/-2 to everything card in hand. And that's the kind of card that could really be bad for me right now. I guess I will discard a Swamp at the end of his turn to draw a card, and then if I can discard a creature somehow to. Oh no, I do have a creature, right? The Ghosted. I need an instant or an enchantment. We shall see. Alright, I can with just one creature, which is fine by me. You could play a 4-mana guy, which will allow me to. Alright, that's not bad. Discard here the Swamp. Draw a card. Draw another card. And let's see, I guess we can just play a land, play this guy. Taking out his flyer. And attacking with our two little beers here. I guess I discard the 3/2 Vampire, which is not that impressive, to draw a card at the end of turn. I mean, we have a lot of madness cards here to eventually draw into, so let's hope that happens soon enough here. Hoping he attacks with everything and plays a big creature so that I can. What's that? Alright, Tamia's Journal. Not that worried about that because I plan to kill him before he has the chance to, you know, before he has a chance to actually get that thing going. Oh, he did not. All right. So let's discard the Vampire Noble to draw into something. All right, another land that we don't need to play. Ooh, that's pretty good. So we're gonna play this. What we're gonna do is make his spirit unable to block, and then bash with a bunch of guys here. With this guy, I don't think so. Leave him back because he could just block it, right? So rather leave it back to draw into cards here if I need to. Let's see if he's gonna jump because time is running out for him. If he doesn't jump, he's gonna take a load of damage. 9 damage. Yeah, but he did. He's gonna gain 1 life here, but he's gonna take the rest and lose his creature. And Tamia's journal is gonna start doing its thing there. I'm still pretty dead to the -2/-2 card. Although I guess not, right? Because I do have the Ever After. Let's see what he does. He doesn't really have enough time to, start cracking clues here to see if something happens. Because my board position is so much better than his. Hope he does not have a Wrath here. The 6 mana. 6 mana one. Ooh, Call the Bloodline. Yeah, that's an interesting card. It's probably gonna just go ahead and discard something here and then discard something in my turn. Just to have a couple life linkers in order to oh no, he's gonna right. I guess he can do that to just make life linkers then. Sure. Meaning that if I draw an instant here, it's gonna be even better. Do I even have instants in my deck? I am honestly not sure. Can't remember. Alright, those are pretty good. So let's see. Let's attack, I guess, right? Not attacking with this guy, by the way. Ooh, yeah, I did it wrong. I should have just discarded one of these guys to this guy in order to just draw a card and give haste. Yeah, that was bad. My bad. But either way, here's what I'm gonna do. He's gonna gain some life here, but right, has one card in hand, which is good news for us, obviously. He's probably going to. Yeah, he can just kill one of my guys, right? Right. Unless he starts, getting madness cards here, he won't have enough fodder for his Call the Blue Line. Maybe he will, thanks to the clues, right, that the Tamiya's journal gives him. See what he does. Probably gonna crack a clue. Yep. That's 6 life, and I'll get to attack with 2 twins of Morrow State next turn, which is gonna be nice. 4 mana. Man, I hope it's not that thing. The -2/-2. I mean, if it is, he's dead, I guess, right? Right. That thing. That cannot do anything here. So I think he's dead. Yeah, I suppose so. Quite dead. See what we draw here. A mountain, sure. Alright, play another mountain, and Discard this. Yes, casting it. Drawing. Yeah, he saw the writing on the wall there. So, black white. He has artifacts, enchantments. You could bring this thing in, but this seems so bad. Yeah, I don't think I should just dilute my deck in order to have an out to his Temios Journal, which is a card that I could possibly even race. I mean, chances are I'll be able to race it. A senseless rage, tormenting voice. Yeah, nothing out of that. What about a grotesque mutation? Is that good enough for me? I don't think so. So yeah, let's just submit the deck as is. No need to just go ahead and dilute the synergies of the deck. Well, here's the thing. I won't mold this hand because for one, I have this thing, and if I draw one land, I get to just discard this thing for it and play it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it. I hope I do draw into lands here, especially a mountain. All right, swamp will do, I guess. Although I really want mountains. All right, didn't do anything. All right, there we go. We have a mountain, and this mountain in fact makes this curve just nuts if it goes unimpeded, because we'll have this guy, then this guy next turn, then this guy the turn after that, and yeah, that's going to be problematic for him. See what he plays on his turn 3 here. Hopefully nothing too scary. Alright, that's slightly scary. Because it does gain a lot of life. So it's a fine card. Ooh, that's just perfect. See? Perfect follow-up to this guy on turn 5, isn't it? So let's discard this thing. Play Madness guy, then attack with a 3/2. The good news here is also that with this guy, he won't be able to block anything that I have. I mean, unless he wants to just chum block. I guess next turn what I do here is just play the Stormkirk guy. He may have the thing that destroys the creature with power 3 or less, so I'm more than happy to add 1 power to my flyer. And then attack with both. Maybe he's gonna sacrifice a land. Oh, he's gonna tap my guys, right? Right. Okay. I was thinking he could just sacrifice a land for this guy here in order to block this. Now, well, he will try to do that, but he will be surprised by a Voldrin Duelist. Is he gonna crack the clue? I was thinking he was gonna use the clue to actually flip his guy. Which he could do, but it's not gonna be good enough, I don't think, because I'm gonna hit him for a bunch next turn. Alright, call the Bloodline. Sure. And discarding something. Still, he's not gonna be able to, keep up with what I'm doing here. I don't think so. I could also, play the Tooth Collector, but Duelist is just better because what it does here is it gets this guy out of the picture and it makes sure he doesn't have a single profitable block here. So he's probably gonna have to take it all. Maybe block this guy with the Vampire Knight. It's gonna be fine. If he does that, man, how much damage is he gonna take now? A lot of damage. This is why this is one of my favorite commons. It's a great card. Right. So he's down to 10, and my board position is significantly better than his. Now I don't even die, that much to the -2, -2 thing if he has it. Because he will kill his guy, kill two of my guys, but he's still going to be taking a lot of damage from the twins in the air. So is he going to. Right, Shamble Black to gain some life. It's fine enough. Discarding the clue, perhaps? I mean, sacking the clue? No, playing that guy. Sure. And he's gonna have a vampire too, so. Oh, jeez. You don't say. So, I make this guy unable to block, maybe? Seems fine. One, two, three, four. I'll allow him to block with this thing, but this is gonna mean he will stop, gaining life by playing creatures and thus delaying the inevitable, which is his death. Dash with the bunch here, making a token, gaining one life, discarding a card. Really don't mind that because he's just discarding cards to chump block and gaining like two life. One for the token entering the battlefield, the other for actually dealing damage. But this game is still pretty far from his reach here. See what he does. He could not block with the Evangel, maybe. But if he does that, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be problematic for him especially because I do have a 4/3 flying guy. All right, he chose to do that. That's fine by me. My board position will still be, supremely better here after all is said and done. He goes down to 9. He trades a few creatures here, and you know, like if I draw into a land here, he's gonna be in a bit of trouble because I get to play ever after. What is that? Elusive Tormentor. Sure. Alright, so let's do it. I get to play ever after, targeting this and this. Man, third Voldaren duelist in a row. What do you know? Uh, this can't block. Alright, he just conceded. Okay, so and he had some pretty good cards there, but my pressure was just too much. So see you round two.